I thought the rear bumper was taken. It's not. Alright, so I can get the taillights, the sides. Oh my gosh, the TRD kit's here. Just a regular front bumper. The side skirt, someone tried to take out the side skirt but couldn't. The rear bumper, this is the rear bumper. I'm taking it. I don't care how much it costs. I'm taking it. I'm gonna resell it for a shit ton of money. Oh, it's the dark interior. That should be fine. I like it in here.
Kind of gross.
I probably, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to take any of the interior pieces. It's gross in here. I'm just gonna. Nah, no. I don't need any of this. They look way better than I thought they would have. Taillights were easy to remove. As for the bumper, don't exactly know if it didn't really good. Oh, there's a rear backup camera mounted in here. What? I don't think that's part of it, but that's such a good spot to do that. And as for the side skirts, I believe these will just come out. Though I don't know if they are stuck on here or anything. They shouldn't be. There are people who would want to buy it, yeah. So the taillights are mine. I think for the bumper, it would just be a few other tabs somewhere around here. Yeah, those are 10mm bolts, and then there should be a bunch of 10mm deeps right here. Yep. We got the side skirts in an alright condition. I don't know what this wire is doing in between them. What the heck?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you did that? Oh. And then we got the bumper. There was some backup camera on it. That's not factory. And I got the taillights. These three parts here need to be cleaned. They are kind of muddy and gross. So I got soapy water. I got the gardening hose. I don't really care about the color, but that little sticker thing on the rear bumper here, this gotta come off. Other than that, my entire car needs a paint job anyways, and this side skirt has some paint damage. So all of this is just gonna get washed with a gardening hose for now. I'm just out here cleaning off the side skirts with the bumper as well, and I got the foam inside that I gotta clean off still. The garden hose with some running water, soapy water, and these little disposable rags. I don't have any before photo of how these looked other than whatever recordings I posted beforehand, but this could give you a good idea on how they looked. And now they're, if I can get some distance, sorry. They're not great, or at least the side that you'll see is great at least. This one needs a lot of paint, which I may paint these red in the future, don't know yet, but I'm gonna keep them white for now. I'm gonna install them on my car, and I gotta clean off the inside of the rear bumper, and then I gotta clean off the foam. I'll probably hit the taillights a little bit, but they weren't really that bad. But I'm just gonna, I sprayed it with soapy water, and I'm just gonna hit it with the gardening hose, wet it down, and then I will wipe it off afterward. The gardening hose needs to stretch a little bit, please. That'd be greatly appreciated. I don't know if I'm getting a good camera angle or not. All I know is that I'm just going to town on this thing. I decided I'm gonna keep the parts. I'm not gonna sell them. Time to get to scrubbing. At this rate, I'm just compiling footage for both YouTube and Instagram. I have some shots like this, some shots like this. But what I'm going to do with the phone here, I know it's broken. I tried to reglue it, but it didn't work. So I just want to clean it off with the gardening hose to see how much dirt it could get on. Like, it's so dirty that I just do this. And, oh, okay, I guess that's not a great demonstration, but like I don't know, it's just dirty. Whenever I grabbed that end over there, my fingerprint would instantly be covered in like layers of it. So I'm just gonna clean it off. These are the taillights for a 2003 to 2005 Toyota Celica GT and GTS. And these ones on the sides are aftermarket and are missing some bolts. So I'm gonna show you how to replace these ones. The next step is to take your 10mm socket and crack this bolt loose right here. There's a chance that these are screws, but for me, they're bolts. I've seen them be screws in other cars. And this one as well, break it loose, then untight that to take the net down. The nets will be on by little hooks right here on the sides. Ooh, that's kind of rough to move. But the next step would be to take out these screws that hold in these parts right here, or I guess that one's a 10mm with a screw on it, and then that one's just a screw. And there should be a little, maybe a screw right there, but it's missing on mine, and then this piece should come out. Before I remove this panel here, just to make sure on something, I think you could just remove this, which then accesses the wire harness, and then the bolts that are having it in. It's very hard to see with the glare and the bad camera angle. Sorry, there's a bolt right here, bolt right up there, bolt right there, but I can only access 2 of them. And look at that, there's a screw holding that one in for some reason. It's not even supposed to be a screw. There's nothing there. Which is also why this taillight does that. And also make sure to have some water with you. That'd be a good idea. For this one, what about this side? Does it do the same? There's not much here to begin with. This piece right here that goes on the back of the trunk, what I did to remove it was I pulled out the weather strip, but it just pulls out like a little bit just by pulling on it lightly. Let me get the camera angle to 0.5. This pulls off lightly, and then this you actually had to, when it's like this, you have to pull it upward because these are special tabs right here that are seated a certain way. So you had to pull it up and then out a little bit, and then it's just on. Mine was stuck on this little piece of trim right here, the plastic, so it was easy to remove, and then that just goes over here. Also in this same cut, this is a 3-part video. I got the taillights, I got a rear tsunami bumper, which is I just got done cleaning, and I'm going to post the cleaning process to Instagram. And then I got the 2 tsunami side skirts, which that one needs paint, but the entire car needs paint, so I don't really care. Plus, why not? It looks cool. Do yourself a favor and remove everything from the trunk because you're going to need to take the carpet out. Also, these broken clips here, I got these from Amazon brand new, and these things break so easily, so either try to get some Toyota OEM ones or get some higher quality ones than this. It came in a pack of 50, and they just keep on breaking on me. And if you have the spare tire cover, you might want to remove it too. It would probably make it a little easier. I really just called the thing a spare tire cover. It's the trunk cover. By the way, the next step is to pull this interior out, but whenever you pull this interior out, be a little careful with the piece of the light piece that's back here. I don't know if you can see it, but can I get yeah, you can see it right there. It's connected upward at an upward angle. Oh, that one just came out on its own, but that controls the trunk light, but it's plugged in up and down, not side to side, so be careful not to rip that out because you could damage it. Once you pull this out a little bit, I only had 1 plastic clip survive on each side. All the other plastic clips just like shattered. It was kind of pathetic for those plastic clips. We pull this back, and then you have access to. I'm intentionally gonna give you a bad camera angle here, and the sun's in my eyes. So there is the bolt right here, the bolt right up here, and then the bolt right back here. There's 3 of them. They should be relatively easy to see on both sides as well. This one needs a flashlight. So this thing is kind of irrelevant. Didn't notice this until now. In here there is. Damn it! The sun is in my eye. There we go, right here, there's the tube that leads up to the sunroof. It wasn't connected to this little black portion that leads to the outside, so there's probably a good chance that there's some rust down there. Not a whole lot. Oh yeah, there's some water down there, but my sunroof drained down to there. So I just quickly took that pipe and put it back into that little nozzle right there. Let me check that on the other side as well, now that I think about it. Is there a drain pipe? There is the drain pipe, but it's actually connected right here. So while you're back here, make sure the drain pipes for the sunroof, if you have a sunroof, is connected to the little side so we don't get any water and rust in here. That'd be a really good idea. Once you got all the nuts removed, bam, it comes out, and you pull out the wiring harness. Which I'm gonna let that sit for a moment, that should be fine. On my taillights here, so the ones I got, the main brake light bulb is actually missing. I don't know why the zip ties are there. So I'm going to transfer the bulb over for both of them because they're both missing. I don't know if the zip ties are factory or not, but the wiring harness shows you got to unplug it, and it has the little clip right there as well. And then, yeah. Since I'm doing all of this in one shot, if I put the rear taillight back in now, I won't be able to remove the bumper without taking the taillight out again. So I'm going to turn this into just one giant video mid-recording instead of 3 different parts. I was going to do side skirts, rear bumper, and taillights all at the same time, but I'm just going to do it all in one shot in one video. So not only was this taillight stud replaced with a screw of all things, but also, pardon me, I got company here with me. This rear bumper is in by an impact screw. That's not supposed to be there. What's the other side? The other side's also in by a weird screw. That's probably a 9mm. That's probably not even part of what? Alright, so to get the rest of the bumper out, there are deep 10 millimeters here, 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 and somewhere in this area right there. And you gotta have a deep 10 millimeter socket. I got this from Advanced Auto for like maybe $5 to $10 ish. And then there should be a stud right there and on the opposite side as well. Let me get the flashlight on there. And then there's that screw, and there should be a clip back there. Yeah. And then the rear bumper should come out, unless there's a bottom connection, which there was on the one on LKQ. No, there's nothing here. There's nothing for the rear bumper on the bottom. This will be easy to remove. While he's getting that one out over there, it's a rusty 10 millimeter. This was some random. Okay, this may have been a factory screw. Why is it welded? Why is there a weld piece in the middle? That's not supposed to have. Oh my god! But also, the plastic piece that connects to the bumper itself. Oh wait, there's probably. Oh, it's on by the mud flap bolts as well on the sides. Those are 10 millimeters. That's not supposed to come off. That's bad. Also, from the Tsunami bumper, where is it? Oh yeah, it's up here. I have all the original hardware for it, and I also found these random blue fuses. So all the hardware, the blue fuses, yeah. Damn, bro. Anyway, once these, what? Then that should be off. You've been listening for a while? Yeah. Just slide your fingers in there and take it off. There's the access port on the other side. That's alright. It's good. It just goes into the spare tire spot. There's so many right there. It doesn't even matter.
Goodbye.
Plus I have spare hardware. There's another. Nope. There's another. There's one more. Right. Wait. Move it the other way. No. There you go. Now you can access it. Right there.
Access it the other way too.
That's the last thing, and then we get to watch you kick it out. There you go. Deep 10 millimeter from Advanced Auto Parts is a 3/8 bit, and then just everything all just comes out. Bam. Try to kick it off.
It didn't work. It's still on by something.
Oh, it's on by the clips. My bad.
Fucking horrible.
Oh, but the foam is in such nice shape, and this mud flap is perfect. Look how perfect this thing is.
Is the foam in that shape?
Yes. Oh my God. I'm going to use that. It's in such good shape.
Not that one. That one's melted.
Oh, not that one. That one's melted. But that one is in such good shape. Look at all these freaking. Wait, take it off. We're not putting it back on.
Wait.
Oh, you're kicking though. Hell yeah. Look how. Genuinely, look how good this looks underneath. That's not bad. There's no rust whatsoever. That is the main body of the car and the bumper, the rear bumper. That's the rear bumper. I'm covering your phone for a moment. Don't worry. Can this stand up, please? I want to get a photo. I want to get a good photo. Out with the old, in with the new. Alright, so between all the plastic, the foam, the original foam that I have in mind is in way better shape than the Tsunami one. And then I think that will actually go inside the bumper itself. But then the Tsunami one is in really great shape, so we're using that one. And this is the Tsunami one. It's cracked and broken. This is the old one. So you can see, I don't even know how the hell that. Don't straight pipe your car if you're gonna. Don't straight pipe your car.
Are you keeping the original mud flaps on this one?
No, I'm gonna replace that. Actually, that mud flap.
To do it right now?
It's not in bad shape, but like where is it? This one right here. This one is literally in perfect shape, so I'm going to use this. I mean, just look. I'd rather. Now that's for the left side. How's the left side one looking?
This one is better.
Yeah, that one's better.
The Tsunami one's better than the one you had on there.
Yeah. So then just do everything in reverse order. This becomes less of a tutorial and more of a process. Or just you watching me how to do this.
Where did the bolt go?
Here's the strat. You get the nut, you put it on the side. Get a close shot. Damn. Here's what I get for asking. You put the nut on the stud like this, and then make sure you don't cross thread it.
You try and get it in there.
It's not going down there. Oh yeah, it is. I'm stupid. Is it even on there? Hope so. No, it's not. I suck at this so much.
So what you do is you put it on there with your fingers.
It's not even the right one, that's why. That one's small. Yeah. It wasn't the right one. Screw you. You gotta make sure you don't cross thread it. I like to loosen it until you can hear that click first, and then you start tightening it in there.
That's why I was putting it on there with my fingers.
All right, so the appropriate hardware.
With your fingers.
Did we even grab the hardware from the baggie? This is why we have original hardware. There's a difference between these two nuts here. Like, they're both 10 millimeters and both have the little washer indent on them, but that one has a smaller thread size than that one. And this one will fit over here. Kind of. If I don't cross thread it, that'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, don't cross thread it. It fits on there nicely. That gets tightened down. And then we should have, did this have impact screws to begin with? I think it did. Let me just, I'm not gonna just empty out the bag of it. Is this seriously supposed to be an impact screw? I think it is. No, because it had a regular screw with it. Anyways, if I don't have the screws, it's whatever, but I'll try to look for them. I mean, yeah, the entire thing needs a paint job. I mean, look at that side. Look at so like this rust actually isn't that bad. I covered up mostly with the body filler, but like on the opposite side, there's no rust. It's just on one side, honestly. There's some water down there at max, but that's going to evaporate now that I actually connected the pipe correctly. Anyways, there are the studs that go on. There's supposed to be little impact screws that go right there, but I couldn't get them to fit in there even when lining up the thread hole because this gap, I just need to push that in a little bit. I'll try again, but I really don't want to put the impact screws in there if I can't. I don't want to damage it. I managed to get that impact screw in and that impact screw in without damaging anything. I just like lined up the bumper threads a little bit and just like started by hand. So I got the stud in with the nut. I got the impact screw in to the plastic, which that's supposed to be there. There's the little clip back there that pops into the side, like right here roughly. I got the mud flap bolts on each side, and there's a little plastic clip right here that connects the mud flap to the bumper, but you don't really need it per se. It's nice to have though. Got that both on both sides. Got the 4 deep bolts in there. The last thing is to check down here. Ooh, this looks nice already. On the Tsunami bumper, there are, or at least there were. Oh yeah, right here, and I don't know where the other one is, but right here on my finger, there's like a little white tab on the Celica. On LKQ, there were mounting spots on the bottom, but I don't see any mounting spots for mine, nor do I feel any. I feel something. I guess there are the mounting spots, but yeah, there are. I don't need to mess with them though. There's a mounting spot right there. You could see it, kind of. I don't need to mess with that. I'm not going to. The bumper's on. It works perfectly and beautifully. I just need to get the taillights and the side skirts, but dang, look at that. I slid the taillight in. I put in one nut on each side, and I plugged in the wiring harness. Before I put everything back, I do need to make sure that all of the light bulbs work. There is the main brake light. There is the, looks like there's the always running light. There's the blinkers. I transferred my brake lights from those, and those ones, if you can see, those are actually LEDs in there that I got. So just make sure all your brake lights work, and then if you need to replace a bulb, do so while everything's apart. And then tighten everything back up, and just look at that. I love these taillights so much. These are all the brittle plastics, the ones from the bumper being 25 years old. There's some of this long piece here is from the interior plastic, which it was broken, so I just ripped it out and it broke even more. And then the white pieces are from the ones I got from Amazon, the pack of 50, and those break so fucking easily. Those aren't even like a year old. And because of all these plastic pieces breaking, I don't think I'm going to be able to put on the side skirts right now. So I'm going to look at how to get mine off, but those ones need plastic clips, and I don't know if I'll be able to put those on right now. I may just have to order good plastic clips for those. So the taillights are trash. The wiring harnesses are, I'm gonna keep the wiring harnesses. The bulbs, I know one of these was out, but I don't know which one. Something with my reverse or running lights, so I'm gonna throw away the headlights. I'm going to keep these little foam gasket things just in case, because worst case scenario. Foam gaskets, wiring harnesses, keeping all those. The other one's over there. And I'm going to throw away the headlight housings themselves because the headlights are just trash. And look at that. It even has a hole in it down there. It's leaking. This plastic piece just pushes back into place from up top. The weather stripping just pushes back on. And I think the weather stripping goes above the plastic. I'm going to keep it above the plastic. I'm very bad at camera angles. I'm always going to say that. I'm sorry. The plastic trim just goes back into place. I could really use a new weather stripping. There's the crack piece right there and the crack piece right there. I mean, it works for what it does. I The carpet goes back in, everything else goes back in. The mud flaps was there, I'm gonna throw away. The foam I'm gonna throw away. I gotta figure out the side skirts. I don't even know if this will fit, cause like, look at this. I don't know if that's gonna fit on there. I'll have to figure something out. And the bumper's thrown away. That's thrown away, garbage. This, I gotta just clean up everything. The taillights are in, the rear bumper's in, and the tailpipe actually fits so nicely right there. Like, not perfect, but like, I was afraid it wasn't gonna fit at all, but it's nice. I like it. Look at that. Chat, this is why you keep all your junk pieces, all your random hardware. So originally for these parts right here, this thing, it was this random screw, which is probably what it should be, this random screw, and this bolt. But I went inside and I got these two bolts right here that are 10 millimeter as well, but they're zinc coated, they have the same threads, and they fit in here quite perfectly actually. Those are meant for the radio, the radio bracket. But I'm using them for this, because my radio's all good, and this is spare hardware, so I'm gonna screw in the rest of the net cover with the net hold down with this thing, with these radio bolts. So before I put these hook pieces back in, I actually hit them with some WD-40 because they weren't moving easily, and they're moving a lot easier now, but it's still not perfect. They're still rusted, but WD-40 on those. And then you need to have it like aimed up a little bit to line it up with the hook, and then just tighten it into place, which I will be doing that on camera. Doesn't have to be too snug, just enough on there. I technically don't even need to tighten these down. They'll stay in there forever, basically. They don't get used for, just this is all they get used for. And if you did this properly, there would be some probably other screws or interior trim pieces to go in those holes, but I don't think I have those. I don't think I have any of those, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's in and it looks nice. But I really like this a lot. I'm glad I got these taillights. These are so nice.